Hello, my fellow piano player. I'm Tim, and I'm gonna walk you through your part for the song Yeshua. This part is very difficult, so if you aren't able to pull it off, no worries. You can actually play piano for the keys 2/aux keys part. So you can watch that video and learn that on that video. So I'm going to play your part at full tempo, and then we'll dive right in.
1, 2, intro, 2, 3, 4.
So yeah, you're in for a treat. I'm gonna go ahead and slow it down, and then I'll talk through it a little bit more in depth. All right, I just dropped down to 70 beats per minute instead of 136. I'll also export out a practice track for you at this tempo so that you can use that. And I'll actually just loop this part over and over and over again for about probably until you want to rip your hair out. So let's have a listen at this tempo, and then I'll walk through it.
1, 2, intro, 2, 3, 4. Intro. Verse 1.
All right, so as you can see here, that part is literally played in the intro, the turnaround, and then the last choruses and the outro. It's that exact part. Nothing changes. So structurally wise, there is two different parts to this. If you look at it in just one intro, and it just duplicates after that. So there's the first half, and then there's the second part. And in between them is this that you hear. So the first part sounds like this. And what changes the second time through this second intro is instead of the it coming in on the second beat of that section, it actually starts right on that downbeat, and it's just a little bit different. So on the piano here, I'm gonna walk through the top part of this real quick. So to break it down, you're basically playing different intervals throughout it. It's basically the same. So they're basically just third intervals at just different increments. So we start with this A in C sharp, which the C sharp is what is emphasized. So is that first note. So I like to just hit this A down here because that's the chord on the downbeat, just to kind of give myself a reference. So that's that first part. And then the second part is a third interval again, but it's G sharp and B. So this is what it would be like this, but instead you drop this B down here. So together you go. And then you just bring this down to this F sharp and A. So with all those, it's like this. And then you go back up to the G sharp. So you can learn however you want. You can do slow, or you can learn one part at a time. So you can go and then you can learn the third. So but really this changes, and it's actually a lot easier to just keep your position positioning like this. So I'll play it through just really slowly real quick. So instead of going to this, it just makes it super simple, especially at the fast tempo. I'm kind of transcribing this by ear, so it's to my best ability, and I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for you to play it live. So all together, that first section sounds like this. Okay. So very interesting and very complex, but let's listen through it again. So you hear that dum 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 dum, which is actually down a notch. And that's kind of the segue between the first half of this intro and the second half. So I'm going to go and start from the beginning and play along with the track real quick.
1, 2, intro, 2, 3, 4. Intro.
So I had the rhythm a little bit off through that take, but you get the general idea. It's really just thirds throughout. You can hear kind of a line. It's like after the and that's kind of just like to emphasize what's happening up here too, but you can kind of hear that in the sub harmony. So I'm gonna play through that intro just one more time real quick. So that's the second part of this. So after the segue with this, which that is just the pentatonic of E. E, F sharp, G, B, C sharp. And then the chord right there is the F sharp minor 7. So you go. And then you do this shape right here, which is this A and this D sharp with the F sharp bass. So with that segue, so to make it simple, you can go if you see that we go back up to that B, G sharp, and then A, F sharp. So I'm going to play from the very beginning intro until this point. So hopefully you kind of grabbed on to how that works. The trickiest part is getting after the segue, getting this, and you can even after this, which is like a weird, it would be this diminished third, so it's a tritone interval, but you can go a D sharp, just a C sharp, or you can bring in this G sharp, but it's completely up to you, whatever you think is easiest. So let's play the first half of this intro top to bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's basically it. What changes the second time through this intro, and this happens every single time that this is played, is instead of that, which that's on the second beat of that measure, and that's the downbeat. Instead, it actually starts on the downbeat. So it starts like this. So I'll go ahead and play that for you real quick. Coming out of the first intro.
Intro.
So you kind of hear that in that right there. So I'll play that just so you can hear that right there. You hear that? So that's, and then it's straight, basically the exact same from that point. So the only difference is it does this. And then it does the same. So so it's very complex. It's probably is a lot easier at the slower tempo. But I'm gonna go ahead and play through it all the way with the track, without the piano track, so you can hear it, and then we'll speed it up.
1, 2, intro. 2, 3, 4. Intro. Verse 1, breakdown.
So that brings us into the verse, and for piano, there's no like part here, except for that piano 2. It's just basic. You can play the chords, which are E major 7, F sharp major minor 7. And then what I want you to do for this second half is E major 7 over G sharp. And then for this F sharp minor 7, play it over A. And you can do it like this. Very, very pretty voicings. The chord chart just says E major 7 and then F sharp minor 7, but I like the gravity of walking up with the bass notes. So in my right hand, I'm just playing this G minor chord, and then on the bass, 1-5-1 on the E. And then in my right hand, I'll play an A chord with 1-5-1 of the F sharp. And then for this E major 7 over G sharp, I would play this G sharp minor voicing with this E right there. And then you can either just do this bass G sharp, or you can also bring in this E right here. And then this last one is F sharp minor 7 over A. And this voicing is like an A6 over A chord. And these voicings are how I think it should sound, especially, there's no track, so you can do it however you want, really. But I think that these voicings will fit the rest of the music. They have a lot of gravity to them. All right, we'll play through that intro into this verse.
1, 2, intro. 2, 3, 4. Verse 1, breakdown. Verse 2.
That's very slow, but you get the general idea. And then let's go ahead and go to the pre-chorus real quick. So the pre-chorus is E, and then D, A. The chord chart says this D is over E, but I do not want that. Let's go ahead and play through it.
Pre-chorus. Drums in.
And then hold this A until the next downbeat. And I want you to come in on the second beat off. Yep. All right. Let's go ahead and bring it up tempo. Let's try 100 beats per minute. All right.
1.
So that's a little bit quicker. Let's try this intro.
1, 2. Intro. 2, 3, 4. Verse 1. Breakdown. Verse 2. Pre-chorus. Drums in.
You can add 7s or 9s, whatever you want to do.
Chorus.
So that's very swingy, and you can kind of rhythmically flow. I think it'd be cool if you were like doom 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 wow, doom 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 wow, doom, doom, doom. And with those voicings, you can do just about as much as you want. So you can just keep it simple, or you can add a 7 if you want. With this D, if you want, you can add a 9. That sounds pretty cool. And then add a 7 to this if you so please. I think if you want to spice it up, you can add this C right there, which sounds like this. 2, 3, and then this is a A minor diminished, and that kind of has a lot of gravity because you could not end on that. So if you wanted, you could use that to kind of segue into this E. Which sounds pretty cool. All right, so that intro is pretty hard at 100 beats per minute. So I will also export that out at 100 beats per minute, along with 70, and then let's try 115 and see what happens.
One.
All right, let's do it.
1, 2. Intro. 2, 3, 4. Intro. Verse 1. Breakdown.
So this is a little bit closer to the actual BPM of the song. Still very difficult. So I also bounce out this, and now we get to try the original tempo, which is 136 beats per minute. I'm playing it very. It's not wrong, but it's not using all of the voicings in the recording, just to keep it simple, because this is very fast, and even playing just the one note. One of the notes is quick, let alone these thirds. So let's try it. I will probably mess up.
1, 2, intro, 2, 3, 4. Intro. Verse 1, breakdown. Verse 2.
Okay, we did it. Let's try it one more time.
1, 2, intro, 2, 3, 4. Intro. Verse 1, breakdown. Verse 2. Pre-chorus. Drums in. Chorus. All in.
And in that chorus, you can stay out or you can just flow with the chords. Dum 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 dum. Because in that turnaround, you come back with the. Yep. So that is basically it. You have been given the hardest part in the song, and I believe that you can do it. If you have trouble and you would rather not, if you don't feel comfortable, just watch the keys 2 part, and you can follow that. All right, peace.